If you've been on the internet in the past couple of months, you may have seen one of the old Dairy Queen commercials that featured disembodied lips. However, these commercials have some dark secrets behind them. In this video, we'll be exploring the mysteries of the Dairy Queen cinematic universe. If you don't know what these commercials are, allow me to enlighten you. The Dairy Queen mouth commercials ran from 2006 to 2011, when the mouth mysteriously disappeared. Since they are from such a long time ago, some of the commercials are very hard to find. In some of the commercials, the mouth is portrayed as if he is a paid actor, with things such as a clapperboard and multiple takes being seen in some of the ads. The mouth also demonstrates symptoms of an eating disorder, and is frequently seen eating the food he is supposed to be advertising. Not many other characters are seen in these ads. We can hear a director saying "cut" in some cases. In one commercial, we see Phil, an alien from the Crab Nebula, who the mouth presumably knows. We also see this Girl Scout, who gets assaulted by the mouth after messing up too many times in the commercial. The Dairy Queen lips are shown to have supernatural abilities in some of the commercials. In one ad, he time travels back to the Stone Age. We can infer that the mouth has the ability to teleport as well, based on the fact that he knows Phil, an entity from the Crab Nebula, which is estimated to be over 6,000 light years away. The mouth also clearly demonstrates the ability to hover, which means it can probably fly. On one occasion, the mouth is shown to have lockjaw from trying to eat a large burger, but this is most likely just done to fool the audience into thinking the lips obey the laws of physics, since we can see it unhinge its jaw in another commercial and eat an entire sundae in one bite. The mouth is shown to be very intelligent, as he does complex calculations to determine how the peanut butter parfait is only $2.49. Other powers he is shown to have include hypnosis.
I can control anything, even you.
Separating his teeth from his lips, and glowing in the dark. All of these things display that the mouth shown in the Dairy Queen ads is some sort of omnipotent being. But if that is the case, why is the mouth actually in the ads? Well, based on its love for food, it is possible that it forced Dairy Queen to give it food, and for some reason also chose to do advertisements for Dairy Queen as well. This is supported by the fact that the lips seem to have extreme reactions to food, such as drooling, or crying depending on how you think about it, performing mitosis, and smashing into the camera. These all show that the mouth is a gluttonous being that is probably able to consume an unlimited amount of food, and could potentially even devour entire worlds. As such, the mouth is an existential threat to humanity, and Dairy Queen is likely protecting us all from the mouth. Thank you, Dairy Queen. Theories. Universal takeover. The mouth in the Dairy Queen ad demonstrates numerous superhuman traits. Because of this, it is possible that he would want to take over the galaxy. This is supported by the fact that he attempts to assassinate Phil, a member of the Galactic Freedom Party, by poisoning his milkshake. It is only because the assassination attempt failed that we are still alive today. As for the mouth's goals, we can only speculate. I would guess he wants to eat the universe, as eating is the only thing that seems to give him pleasure. The mouth created life. One of the abilities that the Dairy Queen mouth exhibits is the ability to travel back in time. Based on our current understanding of time, this should be impossible. However, since the mouth has seemingly unlimited power, it is somehow able to do this. Given that it was able to travel back in time to the Stone Age, it is possible that the mouth in fact created life as we know it. In the time travel sequence, we can see the mouth using its hypnotic powers on the cavemen to make them fight. This could be seen as representative for how the mouth may have caused wars of mass destruction in human history. The influence that these lips have had on human society is unknown, but is estimated to be extremely significant. When he travels back in time, we can see numerous year markings floating around with him. Most of these dates are not random. Some notable ones include 1492, the year Columbus discovered the Americas, 1776, the beginning of the American Revolution, and 1215, the year the Magna Carta was signed. This indicates that the mouth may have had a hand in these events taking place. Even more worryingly, it is possible that the mouth traveled back in time to Earth before life developed and hypnotized the primordial soup to create life as a whole, which would mean the mouth is God? Purgatory theory. With any good mystery comes a purgatory theory, and this is no different. This theory suggests, while some of the events shown in the commercial are real, most of them are actually the mouth in purgatory. This theory conflicts with all the other theories, so it cannot be true if any of the others are. So what exactly happened to the mouth? The mouth was initially hired at Dairy Queen to act in their advertisements, but the producers noticed something was off about him. He began to become obsessed with the food he was advertising, to the point where he would eat it during takes. He began showing up for shoots with chili on his lips and generally became less and less cooperative. On one occasion, he ran into the camera after becoming excited over chicken tenders, forcing Dairy Queen to pay for his dental care and the camera he broke. The final straw was when he was recording a commercial for the new Girl Scout themed blizzard. After the Girl Scout kept messing up during takes, the mouth snapped and assaulted her, nearly eating her in the process. He was promptly fired from his job and went into a state of deep depression. The mouth's eating habits worsened, and he turned to alcohol to soothe his mind. After months of this, his body finally gave out and he fell into a coma on the verge of death. The rest of the commercials, including the ones where he exhibits numerous supernatural abilities, are simply his dreams where he slowly dies. Additionally, the commercial where he has a girlfriend is also fabricated in his comatose state, as the mouth never found love in his life. Where did he go? One thing you might be wondering right now is what exactly happened between 2011 and present day. Well, the answer might be nothing or everything. After the mysterious vanishing of the mouth in 2011, he has not surfaced in an advertisement since. However, there have been numerous hints that the mouth is still alive, and perhaps is simply biding his time for the right opportunity. In 2012, the year after the mouth's disappearance, the first Avengers movie was released. If you look closely at this movie, you will see that all of the characters have lips. In 2014, we can see the movie Interstellar, which features lips on the main character. The list goes on and on. Not just in movies, but we can see the presence of the mouth every day in every form of media. Comic books, TV shows, album covers, children's books, cartoons, even in Renaissance art. The mouth has infiltrated every aspect of society. He could be you, he could be me, he could even be... Timelines. Putting together a cohesive timeline for the mouth is of the utmost importance, as he could pose a major threat to life as we know it. There are two separate timelines I will be presenting, the Purgatory timeline and the non-Purgatory timeline. We'll start with the former. Purgatory timeline. The first relevant event in this timeline is when Dairy Queen hired the mouth for their ads. At first, he did a decent job promoting their products, but as time went on, he became more and more erratic. Perhaps something happened in this time that changed him, but we have no way of knowing this for sure. Eventually, while recording an ad, the mouth attacks a Girl Scout and is fired from his job. This prompts him to start binge eating and become an alcoholic to cope. Eventually, this unhealthy lifestyle leads to him entering a coma, where in his dreams, he experiences an exaggerated version of what could have been had he not been fired from Dairy Queen. I am not sure why some of the things in his dream are as strange as they are, but I can make a guess. Phil may represent his manager, who he views as very powerful, similar to Phil the alien. He poisons Phil because he resents his manager for firing him from the job. The time travel sequence may represent how he wants to go back in time and redo his job, because his life is in such a bad place, but that is just speculation. What we do know for sure is that, in this timeline, the mouth eventually dies in his coma, ending the story there. Non-Purgatory timeline. This timeline takes place over a much larger period of time, and so it begins with the creation of the universe. It is unknown if the mouth existed before this point, so we will just assume he was created along with the rest of the universe. After a few billion years, he got bored of there being nothing in the universe and created life. He probably did this on multiple planets and not just Earth, considering he knows about Phil the alien. However, the mouth seems to take a special interest in Earth, evolving species with features that look like him. He influences major events in their culture, from the development of primitive bartering economies to major international political upheavals. The mouth, of course, is doing all of this because he thinks it will make the Earth taste better. However, at some point, the mouth notices that Dairy Queen makes some really tasty food, so he goes there and forces them into having him in their advertisements. He probably threatened to destroy the world, so Dairy Queen is forced to give him food to eat. However, for some reason, he left in 2011, probably because he is suspected to have gone into hiding due to funding illegal paramilitary groups in South America. That brings us up to today, where we still do not know where the mouth is. If you have any clues as to where the mouth might be, you can let me know by subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.